characteristics about him. They thought he was more showman than fighter, because it was hard to comprehend that this big, graceful guy could be a heavyweight champion of the world, which meant a lot to the world at that time. That was not how we thought of the heavyweight champion. A guy who was 6'3" and 210, 212 pounds and could move like a little guy. And as time went on, we found that he was one of those graceful athletes who concealed the spirit and the fierceness that he really had. That you had to see him with a lot of different dimensions as an athlete and as a man and as a celebrity who had a bullhorn that could be heard around the world.
How much?
Well, I think it inspired him. It sometimes entertained us, sometimes inspired us, sometimes just informed us. And for a lot of people, you can't separate who he was as an athlete and as a social activist in a time when change was blowing in the wind. And that our country was populated by activists and people who were anti-activist. And in that framework, he became a really controversial figure where the boxing establishment didn't quite get him, appreciate him until later in his career, and where the general public saw him as a kind of unique American figure, an original American, but someone who was hard to take in. I think of him as, kind of a Mark Twain with boxing gloves, singular, compared to no other in or out of the ring. I would say it happened during his career, during his exile from boxing, because he was a conscientious objector to the war. I mean, how many people on principle give up the prime years of their lives as he did? And over time, and as he proved to be correct about the war, he became more and more appreciated.